Good evening and welcome to live coverage of the Dritte Liga, the third league in Germany. We have the big match in mid-table for you this Monday evening. Bayern Munich 2, their reserve team, up against Waldhof Mannheim. So as I mentioned, it is two teams stuck in mid-table up against each other. Could be a good indicator of which end of the table these two will be battling as the season goes on. And it's also a clash of the promoted sides from the Regionalliga last season. So could be a very interesting game indeed. So Bayern 2 under their coach Sebastian Hoeneß currently in 12th. 1 point behind Mannheim. So all to play for here. But they've got a pretty average record at home. We're on match day 13 and they've only won 3 times, drawn 1 and lost twice at home, scoring 11 and conceding 11 here at the Stadion and Grünwalder Straße. And they'll be looking for improvement from their last match as they lost 3-0 to Zwickau last time out. As we see in your picture there, Timo Kern will be running midfield for them. He's an ex-Waldhof Mannheim player. Came here in summer from that club. And he'll be hoping to beat Bernhard Traorés' team, who are pretty difficult to beat even at this level. They're on a 7-match unbeaten run earlier this season. That made it 29 matches unbeaten, including last season. But they've just had a little bit of a hiccup of recent times with a couple of losses, including 4-0 to Halesha, who are top of the table. No disgrace there, really, as we get the game underway here. So Mannheim kicking from left to right here, the away side, looking to put the immediate pressure on. As they are an unbeaten side away from home, winning 2, drawing 4, losing none. And a positive goal difference as well away from home. So that's the basis of their record so far this season. And it will be a tough test for Bayern 2, who have got their top scorer Vriet up front on 8 goals. But changes all around as ever with Bayern 2. You never know what they're going to do. Mai is not in the team, for example. What with the first team's injury problems, that's not a surprise. Richards and Feldhahn are back there instead. And in attacking midfield, they've made big changes with Ziller, Singh and Rochelt playing behind Vriet. As for Mannheim, look out for Kofi up front there. Ivory Coast striker, here he is, just trying to run forward from just outside the final third. And their top scorer is Quart. He's on 4 goals, as well as Suleimani, but he is out injured at the moment. So a quiet start to the game so far on this Monday evening. That's the free kick there, given to Bayern 2. Both teams just getting a feeling for the ball here in the opening 2 minutes, as that's really well won there by Ken. Out to the right-hand side towards Vriet there in the centre. But great defending in the end from Schultz. Now they can go on the break down the left-hand side here, Waldhof Mannheim. The hold-up play, though, from Kofi, not exactly what they were looking for. Vriet likewise there, losing the ball with his back to goal at the other end. As there's plenty of effort going into this game so far in the opening couple of minutes, looking to make an impression, as here is Kuhn. left back for Bayern. Richards forward into midfield. And then spraying the ball out to the right-hand side. That's nicely done. Out for Yilmaz. In for Kern here. Vil out to the right-hand side, back into the centre. And Richards. And this is Kuhn again. Well, this is lovely play from Bayern, just working it from one side to the other, making the ball do all the work, and thereby making the opposition run around here in this opening 4 minutes. But that's poorly given away in the end. They'll be disappointed they couldn't get an effort in on goal after that possession play, although the ball is all the way back to Fruchtel. Now into midfield. Out towards the right here for Yilmaz. Vrids with the hold-up play. Back out to the right. Now Richards very comfortable in midfield as well as at the back. Now Kuhn. They like to use him as an auxiliary attacker on that left-hand side. Now Feldhahn, the captain, lofting this one forward out to the left for Kuhn. Can he deliver it into the box? He goes for the edge of the area and Vrids turning on it, as it just took a nick off the defender there. We're coming to nothing in the end, and then that's really great play from Vil. Just get the ball out of play and stop that counter-attack from Waldhof Mannheim. Was led there by Marx. Right on 5 minutes played. Goalless here so far, no chances as such. Although plenty of effort from both sides. As Court here. Down the left. Now Schuster. The focus on him in midfield. So it's just nodded over the top, but pretty easy really for Feldhahn. As we see the foul coming in from De Vil on Kuhn there. The ball had long gone. And the man from Luxembourg in too late there. So still a fairly quiet start. As Vrids tries to break forward, finds Kuhn looking to get on the end of the return ball. It's off the defender, but he's got it here, Vrids. Deering there, doing really well to take the ball away from Vrids, who is a real danger man up front at this level. Good pressure there on the man at the back. Zula going in on Marx. This is Schultz. Back to the keeper, Vavodic. And it's a poor clearance really from Vavodic, but his team have managed to win it back in midfield. Here's Coffey. That's nice from him in midfield, keeping it short. Now the ball out to the right-hand side. That's lovely for Marx. Low ball in here. And danger. Richards having to deal with it, getting it out for the corner, the first corner of the game. Well, that was lovely play from Waldhof Mannheim. You just start to see here why they're so difficult to beat and why they're so successful away from home. As there's a big chance here, Corfy closing in, but it's just delivered over his head. Well, just starting to get a little bit of joy here, the away team down that right-hand side. So promising first 8 minutes to this game. Now the clearance here for Ken. Trying to turn away there from Corfy, but Corfy's in on it. And a chance to play the 1-2, but he's frustrated there as Quart couldn't quite keep the ball rolling. Now a low ball in, just behind the Ivory Coast man. Well, Waldhof Mannheim here really starting to put their foot on the ball now. Seget for Schultz. Now forward for Deering. So we're coming up towards 10 minutes played and still goalless, but it's Waldhof Mannheim who are pushing on here. Oh, that's a poor ball in midfield. And a horrible tackle coming in there on Ken. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Schuster could be in some trouble here with the referee. Coming in far too hard. And reaching into the top pocket here, the ref for the yellow. Right on 10 minutes gone. And absolutely no complaints about that. His third of the season. Wow, it's a horrible challenge. It's very, very late. Luckily, it's low, but yeah, the referee was right on top of it, clamping down immediately. Some referees may well have given that a red even. But this is a chance for Kuhn here. He fancies this one as well. It's a long, long way out, the left back. He goes for the strike, but it's over the bar. First real attempt in any anger from Bayern 2 in this game. But not troubling the goalkeeper, Vavodic. So there is Sebastian Hunes on the sidelines, the young coach for Bayern. Now the ball lifted back over the top here. Looking for Singh. And a little bit of frustration for him that a few weeks ago he was gifted the talents of a couple of first-team players to mix in with the usual gang here at the Bayern reserves. But this time out, no such thing, and even Mai has been promoted to the first team, so he's missing him as well. A little bit frustrating for him. He can't really build a long-term team here, but that's the strategy at Bayern and as the reserve team. Well, it seems to be there was a bit of a protest at the start of the game for the opening 12 minutes, but now the Bayern fans getting back on with it, but the tennis ball's coming on. Well, that's made an enormous difference to the atmosphere in the stadium here. It was played in near silence as We can see that they've got some kind of hoovers there to pick up the balls. Very well prepared indeed. Away we go again. 13 minutes on the clock. Now this is Vil, and that's a lovely ball down the right-hand side. No offside. The ball into the centre, and Waldhof Mannheim get it away. Super stuff from Segert there to clear the ball. He was running in towards his own goal. Now maybe the chance from long range here. Thought about it, Ken. Pulled the trigger, but it's blocked by the defender in front of him. Now Yilmaz to the byline, just clipping this one, but out for the first corner of the game for Bayern. And it was a lovely ball in towards Reeds there. And yeah, no, the defending very good indeed. You can see that they're tight and difficult to break down as Singh goes across to take this in-swinging corner. It's away by De Ville. Now Vreeds trying to keep possession of the ball, which he hasn't managed to do. But Ville doing very well to keep the pressure on. Put it out for the throw-in. Not allowing Marks to get up the field. It's quarter of an hour played here. Nice steering coming forward for the away team. Into midfield, and that's lovely ball out to Marks. A lovely turn as well from him. Playing some attractive football here, the away side. Not just battling, as there's a nice ball in there towards Kofi. But Fruchtel it was who had it well covered. Just stretched really for the first time there, the Bayern keeper. Won't be too worried about that one. Now Richards again forward. This is Futsila. Now a deep ball in from the right. Lovely for Singh. And a cracking block as well. Lovely from Segert. Singh spinning on a sixpence there to get the strike in, left-footed. And both teams here just starting to turn the screw. This is turning into a very good game of football on this Monday night. And now that we've got some kind of atmosphere after that unusual start to the game from the stands, they're starting to get somewhere here, starting to make some progress. Now Richards. That's a lovely turn from Zilla. They'll be looking to his creativity here, and he plays the ball out very nicely indeed to the right-hand side. Now the ball in, but everyone had gone near post. The cross, though, going more towards the back stick. Now Kofi trying to show his dominance over Richards, but Richards getting there first. There's Bernhard Traores, the coach for Waldhof Mannheim. And he knows all about this stadium as a former 1860 player. So he knows all about Munich. Form of returning home for him. As that's a lovely ball from Kofi out to the right-hand side. And more good defending there from Richards. They've been switched on at the back there, Bayern 2 so far. Well, it looks as though they have forgotten to change the clock here after the change over the weekend. Interesting. Now Richards will be forced to go back to Fruchtel here, I think. Indeed he will, under a little bit of pressure from Kofi. Now the ball down towards Zilla, and he's managed to keep it in and keep possession as well. Now on to Kuhn. To the edge of the box, and Zilla, he's in on goal here, and he smashes it near post. But the goalkeeper getting something on it. Or was he offside in the first instance, Zilla? Well, beautiful play from Bayern, and especially from him. Very, very direct. As indeed the offside flag was raised. That's a pity. That was lovely. As remains goalless, we need more of that type of attacking here in this third league fixture between Bayern reserves, Bayern 2 and Waldhof Mannheim. 20 minutes gone, 0-0. And a throw to come in here from Yilmaz. Kofi picking up the ball here, but they can't find an attacker down the left. As there's a chance here at the edge of the box, maybe. But in the end, Quart just running into traffic. And now the ball hacked away by Kuhn. Well, it's a very tight match so far, but entertaining, despite a lack of chances really. But the ball is being popped about nicely by both sides. It's far from defences on top. The ball swung towards Kofi again, and now safely back to Fruchtel. Well, there are the away fans from Waldhof Mannheim. Made the trip on this Monday evening. Out to the right-hand side here. This is De Ville. Crossing, but Richards once again there. He's been absolutely perfect at the back as there's a deflected strike in here. And well covered there by Fruchtel. Well, it's a decent attempt there from 25 yards, but the deflection just taking the sting off it in the end. As Vritia, well, just showing a little bit of frustration there, deciding to take the strike on rather than passing towards the left-hand side. Maybe would have been better served going out towards Zilla. But he is a striker, he loves to score goals, and decided to pull the trigger there. The goalkeeper for Waldhof Mannheim getting it away. It's barely touched the ball, Vavodic, to be honest. Squad trying to get it forward, but Zilla there came in with the interception but couldn't keep the ball in play. So Waldhof Mannheim still keep the ball here. It's Ken, back to Richards, back now to Fruchtel. As we come up towards 25 minutes played. As this is a promising little break here, but good midfield play there from Schuster. The only booking of the game so far, but he got in well there on the break forward from Singh. As the time on the clock there almost correct, finally. Now Kuhn. That's a lovely run forward from Kuhn from left to right here. Can they make something of this, Bayern? Well, they've managed to get themselves a corner out of it. Singh winning that. But the charge being led there by Kuhn. As Rochelt goes across to add an option for the take of this corner. Across there with Singh. Richards in there as well. I would back him to win a challenge in there if they can find some quality. Going by his defending at the other end. And then it comes from Singh. It's low. And dealt with at the near post. Smashed back in by Zilla. And again, another deflected effort there. Taking all of the power off it and easy for Vavodic. But a decent attempt though, keeping it low. However, no real test for the Waldhof Mannheim keeper. Well, the battle here between the two sides who came up from the regional leagues in the summer has been interesting so far despite the lack of goals. Waldhof Mannheim certainly proving that they are a difficult team to beat on the road, keeping up their unbeaten form so far. Bayern Sly rather up and down at home. A difficult match for them today with lots of changes due to the cup match for the first team coming up midweek. Obviously wanting to take a couple of their reserve players with them. Now Zilla in for Vreed. Will he fancy a shot again? Well, just as he's about to pull the trigger, he is brought down there by Christiansen. And this is a very dangerous position here for Bayern. They've got players who can certainly cause trouble from this free kick here, just outside the box. Well, Yilmaz stands over it. Singh is standing over it. I would imagine that Singh would have the choice here of taking or not, to be honest. Yilmaz really is lining this up here. It's a good angle, but can he get the ball up and down? Let's have a look. It is Yilmaz, and it's just over the bar, about a foot or so. Couldn't quite get the whip on it to get it down. Having got it over the wall there. Maybe a little bit too close for Yilmaz, but a decent attempt anyway. Well, that's a lovely little piece of play there from De Ville, but couldn't quite turn down the line. Gifts possession back to Bayern. It's Kuhn here with the throw in. Coming up towards half an hour played. And I think that the first goal here is going to be absolutely vital. It would really open up this game, as well as Vreeds might get it here. He's in on goal, and he does smash it into the bottom corner. Terrific goal on 30 minutes to open it all up. Bayern 2 lead 1-0 against Waldhof Mannheim, his 9th of the season. And clinical once he got in there wasn't really a doubt. And nothing that the goalkeeper Vavodic could do about that at all. It's lovely play up towards Vreeds, who holds off the centre-back there with ease. And into the bottom corner with his left foot, just steering it home. No real power required. As 30 minutes gone, 1-0 to the home team. Well, now we'll see what Waldhof Mannheim are made of, as Marx here looks to get in behind immediately, passing the ball on. And cleared by Feldhahn. They are unbeaten away from home, remember. They'll want to keep up that proud record. Just going through a bit of a blip of recent times, though, with their results in the Dritte Liga. That's almost inevitable, having come up from the Regionalliga. They won't want to slip up today at Bayern 2. Well, Bayern then sneaking ahead here through their top scorer, Vreeds. He'd like to get another one, then he'll be in double figures for the season already. As De Ville tries to head the ball infield. Ville can't get it upfield. Back to Vavodic. A long clearance from him. Won by Kofi, who's having to drop really deep here onto the halfway line even to pick up possession of the ball. The man who is the designated striker. And that's Ken there. The former Waldhof Mannheim player. I think it was him who got the last touch on the ball through from Singh to set up Vreeds for the opener here. Another throw from Marx. Marx has been quite an outlet down that right-hand side. They'll need to give him more and more of the ball to try and find Kofi. There's De Ville here, just trying the cheeky lob over the top. Well seen off there by Bayern, and they've got themselves the goal kick as well. Indeed it was. Kern just nudging it through for Vriet. Doing well to redirect the ball. That's just thrown the defence, I think. Vriet read it extremely well and managed to place the ball into the bottom corner for 1-0. Only goal so far. Oh, 12 minutes to go before half-time. Not too many stoppages thus far. So I can't imagine there'll be much time added on at the end of this first half, at least so far. And by the action that we've seen after half an hour, as we see Uli Hoeneß catching the action on the sidelines. President of Bayern. I'll be very proud of Vriet scoring the only goal so far. And very impressed, I'm sure, by Richards at the back. Those two have been the stars so far. Singh as well, trying to pull strings in attacking midfield. As here is Vriet. He's just got a bit of a disadvantage against Marks there. Marks a little bit quicker off the mark than him. As we've got 10 minutes now remaining of the first half. 1-0. And Waldhof Mannheim now trying to push forward to get back into this game as quickly as possible. As the player goes down there, Vriet winning the free kick for Bayern. Again, it was Schuster. Schuster, the man on a yellow card. Oh, Covey still looking for his first goal this season for Waldhof Mannheim. Would love to break his duck here at Bayern 2, get his team back on level parity. Oh, it's just a little bit of a lull here in the game. Succession of throw-ins. Ball forwards here and out to the right hand side for De Ville. Head up here, but again it's Richards who's done really well to block the ball in from that right hand side. Now this is Feldhahn under just a little bit of pressure, gets it back to Fruchtel. Easy for Ville. And Ville again. Very cool in possession. As Vriet has just lost track of where the ball went, but the bounce favourable for him, and now he's breaking into the box. Can they deliver to find him? This is Yilmaz. And headed away there by Segert. And Bayern here trying to get a 2-goal cushion here before half-time. Maybe the reaction from Waldhof Mannheim not quite what they had anticipated, and now they're trying to increase their lead. Kuhn. That's a poor throw in. He's giving it straight to court here. Now Kofi shifts it. What's he going to do here, Kofi? He's managed to just nudge it out to the left, but too far away there from Deering. Well, he looks the man low on confidence, I hate to say it. I think if he'd have been on a scoring run, he would have smashed that first time towards goal. Instead, tried to hold it up and find himself a little bit of extra space. And didn't quite work out for him that way. Now Deering again. Delivers right-footed. Richards once again gets his head to it. That's more fine defending from Bayern, although just sleeping slightly there. Stepping in here is Marks. And he goes down, and it's a penalty for Waldhof Mannheim. Well, didn't really see too much wrong with that from this angle. But Marks going down and rubbing his ankle here. As we could see a penalty right on 40 minutes. Let's have a look here. Oh, it's horrible, horrible swipe at the ball from Kuhn. Didn't make any contact with it at all. And smacking Marks there in the shin. Definite penalty. And they might be punished here. It's Deering to take it. Well, just 5 minutes to go before half-time. Can Waldhof Mannheim get back level pegging? No, they can't. It's Fruchtel with the penalty save. Absolutely amazing. Well, now Bayern 2 are on the counter-attack here, looking to make it 2-0. Now this match is starting to warm up as the shot comes in, and it's just whipped wide by Singh. Well, amazing. Goodness me. Well, it was a quiet opening half hour, but then we got the goal from Vreed. And 10 minutes after that, a missed penalty. Fruchtel with the penalty save. Deering not really striking it hard, but it seemed to be very accurate right into the corner. But Fruchtel doing excellently to get there. Let's have another look at it here. You can see it's a bit of a bobbler. Staying on his line as well, Fruchtel. And he denies him, and then set up the chance as well for Singh to strike away. As Fruchtel there comes roaring out a goal, and he's gone down. Kofi was the man attacking. That is really frustrating for Waldhof Mannheim. They haven't done too much wrong away from home here, but they find themselves 1 goal down, and they've missed a penalty, which would have made it 1-1 at a key time as well, just before half-time. Well, just a little bit of treatment here for Fruchtel. He looks as though he's in some trouble as well. And a yellow card for Kofi. In the meantime, 2.5 minutes to go. That will be added on at the end of the first half. throw from Marks, the man who won the penalty, which was missed by Waldhof Mannheim. Here he is again. Did the ball just go out of play? No, says the referee's assistant, as there's another hard challenge coming in. Kern with the tactical foul. And he's not arguing with the yellow card at all there, as he brought down Christiansen. That's his first yellow of the season. Oh, he knew that he was away from him there. And Kern just bringing him down on the halfway line. So now 3 yellow cards in the game. Schuster and Coffey for Waldhof Mannheim, and Kern for Bayern 2. Now it's Marks again attacking down the right. That's much better from Kuhn, the man who gave away the penalty with a wild swipe at the ball, completely missing, but making contact with Marks. And Court. And this is nice play here in the final minute of the first half from Waldhof Mannheim. Love to go in level, although they're not going to do it that way. De Ville unable to keep the ball in at the byline. So Fruchtel in no hurry to take this. He knows this is probably the last kick of the first half. There might well be a minute of time added on, but I can't even imagine that, as the ball is played up into midfield. Well, there's 2 minutes of time added on. Not sure where the referee got that from. There was that slight break for Fruchtel's injury, but otherwise it was pretty much stoppage free, as Mannheim here looking to make use of that 2 minutes by scoring here right before half-time. Marks again down the line here for De Ville, and it's a deep ball in from him this time, and well, it's not really well dealt with at all from Yilmaz. Didn't get a call clearly that there was no threat behind him, and had to get the ball out for the corner when there was no real need to. Could have brought it down, even nudged it back to his own goalkeeper from there. But more pressure on the back line here coming up towards half-time. Fired in and away by Bayern, or half away at least. As this is back in, and more key defending for Richards to do. Vreet there helping out in the left back position, just smashes it out of play. Now the ball towards the penalty spots here, brought down, and the ball smashed in by Quartz, looking for his 5th of the season, but blocked there really well by Bayern. And then a late free kick here given away by Bayern. And it's a real chance here from 25 yards for Waldhof Mannheim. I'm not too sure there was much in that at all from Singh. But the man going down. And it looks as though Deering, well, he missed a penalty on 40 minutes. Now he's got a chance here from a more difficult position with a free kick. Wouldn't surprise me if he rammed this home. So let's see. Last action in the first half. In it comes. It's off the wall. Deflected up. Spinning madly everywhere. Now the shot's in from Deering, and it's just past the post. So that's the last action of the first half, with Waldhof Mannheim there really piling on the pressure to try and get back into the game, having gone 1 down on half an hour through Vreet, his 9th of the season. Mannheim also missing a penalty with 5 minutes of that first half to go. Let's see if they can get back into it and continue their unbeaten run away from home in the second half. Join us in 15 minutes or so.
dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von bwin.
Willkommen zum Quizkönig der dritten Liga.
Oh ja.
Okay. Welcome back to the second half of Bayern Munich 2 versus Waldhof Mannheim in the Dritte Liga, the third league in Germany. It is 1-0 to the home side Bayern after that first period. A goal from their top scorer, Vried, his 9th of the season, right on half an hour played, putting them ahead. And despite some pressure in the last 5 or 10 minutes of that first half from Waldhof Mannheim, they go in with that cushion and will be hoping to keep it or indeed build on it in this second half. However, as I said, Waldhof Mannheim did put a lot of pressure on in the last 5 minutes, including missing a penalty as Deering didn't get enough power on his penalty to beat Fruchtel. It was the save from the Bayern goalkeeper. And they had a number of opportunities as well to get shots away in that final 5 minutes, but they couldn't hit the back of the net. So let's see how the next 45 minutes go here. It has been a decent game despite the lack of real chances until that final 10 minutes. With the goal coming at just the right time for Bayern 2. Let's hope for more of the same entertainment, if not more, in this second half. Waldhof Mannheim will feel hard done by that they are not level, at least, having won and missed a penalty. Ball down the left-hand side here for Waldhof Mannheim. They'll be looking to start this second half as quickly as possible. The ball again down the left-hand side here. Well dealt with by Feldhahn. Incidentally, no changes from either side going into this second half, so both coaches happy with what they've seen so far, obviously. That's Coffey there, just knocking the ball on. That's lovely play here towards the edge of the box, but Bayern 2 just not opening up at all there. That's a ball delivered all the way back here to Vavodic. Conrad just running into a little bit of traffic, but he's won the ball back again there. And the ball there delivered back out towards De Ville. He couldn't hold on to the ball though. Kuhn coming across to take it back to Fruchtel. So that's a challenge out there on the left-hand side as Bayern see it. And a free kick to them. Zula, who had some decent runs in that first half. Like to see more of him though. Well, incidentally, in the table, this changes things for Bayern 2 positively. They will go up to 8th place in the Dritte Liga as it stands. Waldhof Mannheim just dropping to 11th. But safely in mid-table, both of them. No real worries at the moment, but for Bayern, that would put them 5 points behind top place Halesha. It's very tight in there in the Dritte Liga. Mannheim would be 5 points clear of Kaiserslautern, the giants at this level, who are in the relegation zone. So all to play for in the Dritte Liga after 13 rounds played. Of course, that's as it stands. You never know what's going to happen. And Bayern only have a 1-goal lead here. It's never enough. So this is Yilmaz with the throw from the right back position. Couldn't keep it in that time. So 5 minutes played in the second period. Waldhof Mannheim doing a lot of the pressing here. This is a good test for Bayern 2 here. Into midfield. Lovely play up for Kofi. And now a lot of space out there for Marks. Crossing the ball in towards Kofi. Oh dear, you gotta feel sorry for him. A tremendous opportunity. And he doesn't make any contact at all, I don't think. Surely. He rises really well. It comes off his shoulder. Oh. Well, it's just one of those seasons for him where he just cannot score. Well, he hit the bar in last match from a similar opportunity. This time didn't really make contact at all. How do you deal with it? As Vrietier, who's a man full of confidence, a complete opposite with him, the man who scored on half an hour. With Kofi, do you give him a rest? Do you take him out of the firing line, or do you hope he can play his way through this drought? Good work from Schuster, but he's going to have to watch himself here. He's on a yellow card. The midfielder for Waldhof Mannheim won't want to go in too hard. 3 yellow cards in the game so far. Kofi also for Waldhof Mannheim and Kern for Bayern. It's Will out to Richards here. Just the tug back in midfield there from Schultz. Just get a talking to from the referee here as he pulled back Ziller. Oh, that's lovely stuff there, but just a little bit too much on it in the end from Singh. In fact, it took a nick off the defender. That's what he was complaining about. So it's the throw in here for Yilmaz. So coming up towards 10 minutes played now in the second half. Waldhof Mannheim certainly are putting on more pressure here to score. to get themselves into it. As Vil crosses in left-footed, and he's rather sliced that into the arms there of Vavodic. But Bayern pretty comfortable at the moment. They've got Richards at the back, who's got his head on everything so far. And in midfield, Kern and Vil in that defensive area, screening the defence as well. And the ball here back to Segert. And Conrad. Nicely up to Kofi. And passes the ball. He looks as though he can drop deep and get nice passes in, but his striking leaves something to be desired as he lays the ball off there for the effort to coming from Court. Blocked by the Bayern defence. He does bring a lot to the table though, Kofi, with his size. He can hold the ball up very nicely, pop the ball off as well. He's not just a goal-scoring striker, obviously. Well, pretty passive at the moment from Bayern. It's got to be said. They're just waiting for Waldhof Mannheim to make their move before setting off on the counter-attack, although that's fair enough as the home team. They've got the lead here. They don't need to push forward themselves. They can wait for their opportunity. As there's an offside flag there raised against Court. Well, that's penalty save from Fruchtl. So frustrating for Waldhof Mannheim that they're not level in this game. The ideal opportunity to get themselves back on parity. 11 minutes after Vreet had scored. Wasn't to be though. There's another foul coming in here from Feldhahn. Free kick coming in on Schuster. Let's have another look at it here. Feldhahn just a little bit too late there, stamping down on the foot. Certain free kick there. And he's back on his feet though, Schuster, ready to go. So it's Deering, the man who missed the penalty, who takes the free kick. It was a clever idea just to slide it down the channel, but Quad there couldn't quite take the ball on board. Now Fruchtl getting the ball away. So at the moment Waldhof Mannheim well on top here. Perhaps Bayern need to change tactics, or maybe need to bring on the likes of Batista, Maya or Zirkzee from the bench. Now the ball out to the right-hand side. De Vil, and his attempted cross deflected out for the corner. Kunit was defending very closely to the midfield run-up. And there's the man who will be getting all the attention, Kofi. Can he find a finishing touch in this game, perhaps? It's an outswinger, and the header coming in, and it's in the back of the net. 1-1. They've finally broken through, Waldhof Mannheim. And it's the defender Michael Schultz, who's got it. Second goal of the season from him. Throwing himself at the ball to find the back of the net. Just running off the back of the defender here. And wow, he certainly wanted the ball. Wasn't a clean connection at all. But that will do for Waldhof Mannheim. 1-1 here, coming up towards an hour played. We're going to see a big final half hour here, I feel, between the two promoted sides, as they do deserve to be back level pegging. It's got to be said for their performance here in the first 15 minutes of the second half, as that's a heavy challenge coming in from Deering, just over the top on Yilmaz, and a certain yellow card there. Oh, right from kickoff. That's his third yellow card after the restart for the goal from Waldhof Mannheim. It's right on the ankle of Yilmaz. He tried to scoop down the right-hand side. And now Waldhof Mannheim will be feeling much better about this result away from home, and indeed Deering will be feeling better, having missed that penalty in the first half. Now his team are back level. The long clearance upfield for Waldhof Mannheim. As it stands, they keep up their unbeaten record away from home. And that means that they go back above Bayern 2 in the table as well, as there's another nasty looking challenge from Christiansen this time. The yellow card flashed as Vreet was rolling around. Third yellow for him as well, as Waldhof Mannheim clearly a pretty physical kind of team. It's a poor challenge, poorly timed. That's now Waldhof Mannheim back up to 9th, Bayern in 11th, 1 point behind their opponents. So what can Bayern produce from this free kick? It's swung in by Singh, and a dangerous one towards Feldhard. But a bit of pushing going on there from the young centre-back. Well, Bayern 2 will be disappointed they haven't held on to that lead for longer. They couldn't get past the hour mark. The longer that Waldhof Mannheim would have gone on, the more frustrated they would have grown, of course. But now this game is anyone's to win. As that's a dangerous pass back to Varvodic, but he managed to deal with it. Now Kofi forward. Lovely ball as well. And this is Quartz crossing the ball in. He was in the end rather caught in two minds whether to go for the shot there or the cross. In the end, he couldn't find quality of either. So we're 20 minutes here into the second period. This is Singh, and it's a good reaction from Bayern to conceding that level up. They seem to be much more active in this game now. They were getting too passive and they were punished for that. From that goal from Schultz. And the turn here from Vreed, trying to block the clearance as well. And that has worked. Seeing lovely dribbling here on the right-hand side and trying to find the far post. It's deflected here towards Vreed. No one can get rid of it for Waldhof Mannheim before Singh in the end just a little bit over-exuberant coming in for the ball, and the New Zealander committing the foul. Yeah, you can see. Oh, 25 minutes to go then. And a fascinating 25 minutes as well. Just over the top there. Vreed, oh sorry, Kuhn it was in fact. And a yellow card for him. Well, the yellow card's really adding up here now. It's his third of the season. It's not been a dirty game at all. It's been competitive, but the referee cracking down on any of those challenges over the top, such as that one from Kuhn. Looks as though we're going to see the change here from Waldhof Mannheim, and it's that unfortunate figure of Kofi who's going off. Well, not really a confidence-boosting performance from him. He does get some words of wisdom from Conrad as Munir Bouziani, who's the man. So let's see what difference he can make. It looks as though he's gone bang up front for Waldhof Mannheim. So a like-for-like change there. The Frenchman replacing the Ivory Coast player. Also looking for his first goal of the season in the Dritte Liga. As Vreed has gone down here. Camera focusing there on Sigurd. See there, it's a hard challenge from Sigurd, not allowing Vreed to get away from him at all, as we've just got quarter of the game to go now. All in towards Singh, who's taken up a much more advanced position since Waldhof Mannheim managed to get the level up. Kuhn there brought down on the left-hand side, and Waldhof Mannheim not liking this refereeing, as it's going to be a yellow card followed by the red here. Well, it was inevitable really that someone was going. It's Christiansen who has been sent off for a second yellow card. He's going back for more to say to the referee, who has just told him to do one. I think you can see by the reaction there of Feldhahn that he understands that Christiansen possibly a bit unlucky here to go down to the red card. Oh dear, Traorés there just getting a little bit close to the referee's assistant on the sidelines. But whatever. Second booking here, let's have a look at it. Yeah, I think that is worthy of a second booking, to be honest. He's down on the foot there of Kuhn. He knows that he's on a booking already, and he's a silly boy to be throwing himself into that challenge. He knows that Kuhn has released the ball, and for me that is a correct decision from the referee. So Waldhof Mannheim down to 10 for the remainder of this game, and maybe down in the scoreline as well, but Singh couldn't quite make good enough contact to get the ball on target there. 20 minutes to go. And an ideal opportunity here for Bayern Zwei to take the win here. And Waldhof Mannheim will be clinging on to that unbeaten away record. In comes the corner from Singh. And it's a cracking take there from Vavodic. Lovely holding the ball. Christiansen, silly boy, getting himself sent off. 20 minutes to go. Oh, it's not been perhaps the most exciting of games, but it's been full of incident. With the penalty missed, 2 goals, a red card, we have had pretty much everything here. As the shot comes in here, and it was just wide of the goal. Goodness me, lovely turn on it from Ziller. And he almost picked out the top corner there with an ambitious effort. Knew exactly what he's doing. Well, I have to say, the Vavodic showing extreme confidence there. Wasn't worried about that at all. As there's a chance here for Waldhof Mannheim suddenly. And it's 2-1 to the 10 men. And it's the man who's just come on, Bouzia, who has done it. His first goal of the season, 73rd minute. And what were Bayern Zwei doing there? Absolutely incredible. 3 minutes after Waldhof Mannheim went down to 10 men. They've taken the lead here. Well, he's completely in on goal. Wow, it's a lovely little flick onto Bouzia, and it's bamboozled the Bayern Zwei defensive line. And now suddenly the home side, having battled their way into the lead on half an hour and surviving for nearly an hour, up until the hour, have now fallen behind to 10 men, as Zirkzee is the man on here to try and give them a little bit more impetus in midfield. The Dutchman knows exactly what he's doing. And now, let's see what Bayern Zwei can do here. This is going to be a fantastic final 15 minutes or so to this game. Here is Zirkzee. Just trying to dribble through. The ball breaks here for Kuhn. And he couldn't quite find the gap. Maybe he can get the ball in. Here he does. It's a superb ball as well. And just nudged over the bar by the goalkeeper for a corner. Well, in fact, it's been given as the corner. Must have already gone out there before Kuhn could deliver. Well, Waldhof Mannheim there. Smash and grab, you've got to say, as Bouzia managed to score there. I wouldn't say it's an undeserved lead, to be honest. I think that they have been on top for periods in this game, and now they can maybe just pick off Bayern now for the rest of this game, although they are down to 10 men, of course. But Bayern will be pushing forward at every opportunity. This is Rochelt, who's gone down. Waldhof Mannheim, they do need to sort out their discipline here. They have come in with a couple of dodgy challenges in this game. Not so bad, that one. But Christiansen with the red card certainly has given the benefits to Bayern, although then they conceded almost straight away to Waldhof Mannheim. As here they go down the right-hand side here, but straight into Richards, who has continued to be a rock at the back, despite those 2 goals conceded. Throw in on the right-hand side. And what will Waldhof Mannheim do here, I wonder? Are they just going to shut up shop and hope they can see out the 15 minutes left to be played? Or are they going to attack? Well, it looks as though at the moment they're on the attack. It's a lovely ball down the right here. And they've earned the corner. De Ville it was. So they need good quality in here. They scored from a corner as Schultz got the leveller on 59 minutes. It's a low one this time. Knocked on. And then should be away by Feldhahn. Out for the throw in for Bayern. Waldhof Mannheim really do seem like a very tough to beat outfit. Maybe not that spectacular, but they're just on one of those runs at the moment where they're grinding out the results, particularly away from home. This would be another game unbeaten away for them. As Reed looking for the run on the left-hand side from Kuhn. That move breaking down. Richards back to the keeper, Fruchtel. Remember, he saved a penalty in the first half as things were all going against Waldhof Mannheim. But now they are leading, even though they're down to 10 men and have missed that penalty. Incredible how football works. Now Rochelt. As it's a free kick, but it's gone the other way. Kuhn disappointed with that decision as Deering went down, and it looks as though we're going to see another substitution here. So it's going to be Court who is withdrawn here, and Dos Santos on. Oh, plenty of energy coming on here in Dos Santos. A different kind of threat completely. And they may well need his energy for the remaining 11 and a half minutes here. The ball down the left-hand side here. And that's well stepped in there from Will. Well, the Bayern fans starting to really get behind the team now to try and roar them on against the 10 men and get the leveller here to avoid defeat. And they'll feel that they've really mucked this up here, having been a goal to the good coming up towards an hour, and then playing opposition down to 10 men, and they haven't broken through. Indeed, Waldhof Mannheim scored after that red card for Christiansen, catching Bayern cold. It's all about the experience with Bayern 2. Or the lack of, you might say, as Rochelt plays it forwards towards Zirkzee. And an offside in the end against either him or Vrit. Less than 10 minutes remaining. Waldhof Mannheim, as you might expect, really under no pressure to get on with the game quickly. They're slowing down the pace of the game to make vital seconds for themselves here. Deep ball in towards Zirkzee. Just it bounces off him, although he's managed to make something of it here. It drops to Vrit and it's blocked by the defender. They can't get it clear here, Waldhof Mannheim. Finally they do. Well, you just get the feeling if the ball is going to drop to anyone in the box, Bayern would like it to be that man Vrit to open the scoring here on 30 minutes. He would love to get his 10th of the season as well, get into double figures. Here he is again, running the channel, this time on the right, in for Zirkzee, and didn't quite make contact as he would have liked to. Unfortunate from the Dutchman there, just trying to help it on. They've sent the big guns up front then. The big men, Zirkzee and Vrit. Zirkzee not really a striker at all or a forward. He's more of a defensive midfielder, to be honest. But he can play in that attacking position because of his physique. Now the next deep ball in. And as the corner has been conceded. 7 minutes here for Waldhof Mannheim to survive. As it stands, they would be up to 7th. Bayern would be stuck in 12th. As the goalkeeper again, nice and safe hands from him. Vavodic. It would mean that Waldhof Mannheim, if they can hold on here, would be 4 points behind Halesha and Duisburg at the top. As the two promoted sides to this league certainly have settled really well. Bayern were a little bit slow at the start of the season, but they've come into good form. This would be a blow for them. Waldhof Mannheim, on the other hand, went on that long unbeaten run at the start of the season of 7 games. This would be quite a prize indeed for them to get 3 points with down to 10 men against Bayern 2. His time is running out here. By referee signalling that he won't accept any time wasting from Vavodic. Free kick then to Bayern. Now Rochelt. Seeing more and more of the ball now. Just a bit of hesitancy there. The ball in from the right-hand side from Rochelt. Feldhahn. Just forcing it through for Vries here. Lovely ball on the turn. And now Zirkzee! And over the bar from Zirkzee. He's causing havoc in there, the Dutchman. He managed to bring it down very nicely indeed. Couldn't find the finish though, under pressure with 4.5 minutes remaining. Well, Christiansen getting that red card has put his team under severe pressure here. Although having said that, they did score the goal that's winning this game so far after his second yellow. Second yellow coming on 69 minutes. The goal from Bouzian coming on 73, so only 4 minutes time difference there. Incidentally, 4 minutes we've got here, so a lot can happen in that time. There's no Batista Meyer on yet for Bayern 2. That surprises me. One of the best players at this level. He's on the bench though for Bayern 2. As Zirkzee trying to make a nuisance of himself again. So 3 minutes still remaining here. Deering, the man who missed the penalty but has shown great heart throughout the rest of the game. Hasn't let his head drop at all. So it's going to be Batista Meyer coming on then. And for Yilmaz, so an attacking change here. For me, a little bit late, I've got to say. Let's see what Batista Meyer can do with the 2 minutes that are now remaining, plus any time added on. Not a lot of time for him to impress, or indeed get his team back into this. And the ball is at the wrong end as well. Mannheim really have grit their teeth here to give themselves the chance of taking the 3 points away from the Grünwalder Straße. And they're surely going to keep this corner. Out here on the left, they're not going to go for the delivery. Indeed, that's what's happened. A throw in for them. Frustrating this for Bayern. As Bayern will think that they have let the 3 points slip here horribly. Vries opening the scoring for them on half an hour played. Everything was looking rosy for them at that stage. They held on to the lead until half time. But then things started to go wrong for Bayern around the hour mark. 59 minutes, Schultz made it 1-1. And then as Christiansen got a red card 10 minutes after that, it looked as though Bayern might well be able to force the issue even more. But just after that, the substitute, Bouzian, on 73, got a well-worked goal for the away team. And that at the moment is the end of the goal scoring. We'll see what happens here as we come up towards 90 minutes played. Zirkzee, how much time added on will we have as well? As Batista Meyer delivers straight against the defender Konrad. Corner. As Bayern look to snatch a point away from Waldhof Mannheim here. So 3 minutes of time added on to be played. Could be absolutely vital. And out swinger, and it's ended up in the back of the net. It's 2-2. Well. And who is it? It's that man, Kern. It's the man who joined Bayern from Waldhof Mannheim. Unbelievable. His first goal of the season. His first goal for Bayern 2. And it comes against his former club. And it's a leveller in time added on. Well, it's the easiest of finishes in a way. No one marking him at all. Just holding his run. There are two players there. Him and Feltan could both have got that. The header is off the post and barely a celebration though from him against his former club, showing great respect and control. As the 10 men of Waldhof Mannheim have conceded here right at the death. It looked as though they'd done the hard work, but that vicious corner whipped in by Batista Meyer did for them, as here is Kuhn looking to make it even better for Bayern here. Well, they did have the lead. They scored first. Now looking to take a late win here. Are we going to see some more drama in this game? Low ball. This is Singh trying to get it onto his left foot here. Lobbing it over the top for Kern, who fancied another one, making a forward run. And it's another corner. They need the delivery here. Well, nothing to separate these two promoted sides. And it has been an excellent game of football. 4 goals on this Monday night. As Zirkzee at the edge of the box here, rifles in a shot. And it's deflected on its way through for yet another corner. Well, Bayern here really hitting the 10 men of Waldhof Mannheim hard at the end of this game. It won't be for the want of trying. Well, they will fail to win here against Waldhof Mannheim. A team who are looking to hold on to their unbeaten away record, and that might just be that as the ball goes wide of the goal. Goal kick for Vavodic. As Hunis there on the sidelines can't believe what he's been seeing, as there's going to be a late change for Mannheim just to run down the clock here. It's going to be Celik who is coming on for Deering, the man who missed a penalty in the first half. As they've not had the greatest of luck, Waldhof Mannheim, in this game, but it looks as though they're going to come away with a 2-2 draw at Bayern. And indeed it is. It's the final kick of the game there, and the final whistle goes. So 2-2 here in this Dritte Liga encounter between Bayern and Waldhof Mannheim. The last-minute equaliser coming from Kern, the former Waldhof Mannheim player. His first goal of the season and for Bayern 2. And a kick in the tail there for Waldhof Mannheim. So thanks very much for joining us for that exciting 2-2 draw here in the Dritte Liga. Hope you can join us next week for more of the same action. From me, have a fine week, take care, and goodbye.